somebody spent a lot of time here over the years in Iowa is Congressman Steve King. He joins me along with Fox News contributor and Democratic strategist Joe Trippi. All right, I got to show everybody. This is the greatest thing I've ever had in my life. It's called a pork chop on a stick. Right? Fine. This is cheesecake on a stick. Dessert. Okay. Here you go, Trippy. Tiramisu on a stick.
Oh, it's great.
You like that?
Good stuff.
Hey, we're gonna get the congressman a Twinkie.
I'm licking my lips, Sean.
Are you?
I've been a long day here.
Yeah. You've been eating a lot of this already.
No, I haven't gotten at it yet.
He wants to sing for his food.
Oh, you want to sing too?
No, Joe said he wanted to sing Kumbaya, and that'll be fine after November 2012. Then we'll all get together.
All right. Here we have the straw poll coming up tomorrow. We're all going to be there. Any predictions?
Man, it's going to be tough. I mean, I don't know. There are 2 or 3 different candidates who could win that thing, I think. I think Michelle Bachmann can win it. I think.
I agree.
I think. I'm really interested in seeing what happens with Tim Pawlenty, whether he surprises anybody with some kind of finish, but I don't know.
Does that hurt him because he's either Michelle Bachmann or Governor Pawlenty? Does that hurt them if they don't do well in a neighboring state? You're saying yes.
I think they've got the most on the line of the people out there. We should not underestimate Ron Paul. He's worked in the state for 5 years. His people are loyal. They'll turn out. If it's a low turnout, Ron Paul does well.
He can win.
The people that have the most to gain or lose on this are Tim Pawlenty and Michelle Bachmann. That's going to be the thing to watch, the two of them, as we saw them in the debate last night.
You think Ron Paul could take it?
Oh yeah, I think he could. Because I think this is about who has an energized base that they can get to come, and he definitely has that, and the numbers could be in range where he could win the thing.
To what extent do you think last night's debate is going to have an impact on the straw poll tomorrow?
I really think. I may be one of the few people who believe this, but I think Pawlenty really hurt himself last night when he went after Michelle Bachmann the way he did. I thought it was way too harsh, and I don't know, maybe some of his people get turned off.
You said that you based that on your experience in the Gephardt battle that he had. Yeah,
Gephardt. What happens is when you get in this situation, Dick Gephardt had to win Iowa in 2004, had to. Howard Dean goes by him, and he knows he's got to win here or he can't go on. So what did he do? He spent the rest of the campaign in a murder-suicide pact. Exactly what you saw last night with Pawlenty.
Do you agree with that?
Pretty much I do, and I think that exchange between the 2 Minnesota candidates, it ended up the last word was essentially, you put me in a position where I had to choose between raising cigarette taxes and life. I chose life. That's a really strong closing argument for that exchange between the two. I'd say also we should not overlook what Rick Santorum did last night. He was boxed out of the debate for a long time. He edged his way in there, and he made about 4 significant points. Good constitutional points.
The Rand point I thought was probably his best
National defense point.
Yeah,
very
that
strong.
Was pretty good. What impact does if Governor Perry and Governor Palin get in, changes the whole dynamic?
Everything changes.
Everything shifts.
Yeah, whatever happens tomorrow gets erased immediately. I mean,
really? Do you agree with that?
I do, and I think there's a factor involved here that if Governor Perry announces in the middle of the straw poll tomorrow, it's not a very subtle attempt at stepping on the activity of the straw poll, and then to come to Iowa and do the event in Waterloo in the same building.
Is there any chance he shows up in any significant way tomorrow in the results?
I don't know if it'll be big. He can always step back and say it was only right in.
But you see the reaction. We had Governor Palin on at the top of the program. You see, she just gets a massive reaction everywhere she goes, all across the country. I think I'm getting a sense more and more. She talks about fire in the belly, fire in the belly. She was very passionate tonight. I suspect more and more now that I think she might be getting in. I had not thought that up until recently.
Well, there's a strategy here, and many will say that Michelle Bachmann and Sarah Palin compete for a lot of the same constituency base. We can see how the straw poll works tomorrow. If I'm Sarah Palin, I want to see the results of the straw poll tomorrow before I would see what happened about the fire in the belly and go from there.
Yeah. But I think, look, I'll tell you right now, from everything I see, if Sarah Palin was in the straw vote tomorrow, she'd walk away with the thing.
You think
she has exactly the kind of energy that you need to show up at that thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you think when is the last date she needs to get in?
Last date?
Yeah.
Oh, a month ago. I can't give advice to Sarah Palin. She's defied convention and showed me up on that a number of times. she's got her own style and her own ability and her own charisma and pizzazz. And I think Joe's described it. There's a lot of energy there.
Yeah. That's her strength. Her strength is she's not doing what all the other politicians are doing. She could step in this thing. People like the fact that she just doesn't talk like a politician.
Right.
And it doesn't matter whether you agree with her or not. I think people are responding to candidates like that at the Senate, House, governor's race, and I think that's why they respond to her. In a lot of ways, and I know people don't like hearing this, but the same way a lot of people responded to Howard Dean because of how blunt and straightforward.
No, I don't like hearing that.
I know no one wants to talk about that.
I'm just kidding. All right, well, guys, hey, very nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good
Good to see you. I'm looking forward to it.